Marcus, you're getting home late yet again today. Just a second ago, I tried to give your office a call, but they told me that you had already left for the day. Where are you right now?
I'm at the point now where I can't go on with you anymore.
Huh?
Tomorrow, I'm going to be handing in our divorce paperwork. So before then, can you sign it and help me hand it in? Actually, I've already spent a lot of the time filling it out, so can you just sign it and turn it in for me? You should have time to do that, right?
What kind of a joke is this? Today isn't even April 1st, so you can't be trying to fool me, right?
This is not a joke. I've come to realize that I just can't take being married to you anymore.
Can't take it anymore? Are you seriously telling me that you feel that way? Huh? Right now? You can't take any more of me at this time? You are aware that in another month or so, I'm going to be having our baby, right? Aren't you ready to finally become a father like you always wanted?
No.
Huh? So you're really going to tell me that you want out of all of this right now? That's all really screwed up. What am I going to do if you divorce me? Where do you plan to go off to?
I'm gonna go off somewhere to where I'm happy.
Yeah? And what is going to make you happy?
I have someone that I actually love now. So I'm gonna go to her and we're gonna start our new romance together.
When you say that, do you mean what I think you mean? Is this all happening with that one coworker of yours?
Huh? Why do you know about her?
I felt that for a bit now you've been going out with another woman. You've always made yourself look a bit suspicious, and so I already had a feeling of what that entailed.
What, you already suspected me of cheating on you? Well then, I didn't have to try that hard to hide her from you all that time then.
That is not what I want to hear from you right now. You have a wife at home that's been pregnant, and you choose to go out with another woman behind my back? That is beyond messed up, Marcus. So are you really going to leave me for her? Do you not feel any form of sorrow for doing that to me? I'm tired of having to be the one that has to go through all these hardships with you.
I'm not trying to make your life any harder, Ella. You're just gonna have to accept that things between us weren't working out and that you'll now have to raise that baby on your own. Good luck! I'm gonna go live a life where I'm free, so you can manage that child without me while I go achieve that life. I'll at least give you the house and the divorce, so you should be happy for that.
This has always been my house, though, so of course I'm going to keep this place. I just cannot fathom that you want to throw me away at this bad of a timing. I will forgive you for cheating on me as long as you come back here and stay with me. What are we going to do to fix all of this?
You can figure that one out yourself. I no longer want anything to do with you.
The way you say that, does it not break your heart whatsoever? What will happen if you have to pay a settlement for cheating on me, or have to pay for child support?
I'm going to ignore you after this, so don't expect a dime from me.
That will not go over well for you. I think you should stop all that nonsense and just come back to me and our baby.
I don't like you anymore, Ella, and I couldn't care less about that baby as well. Alright, good luck on your own. Make sure you have that divorce paperwork handed in by tomorrow. I want to hurry things up and get married as soon as possible to my new woman.
You're the worst. I'm not going to let you run away from this so easily.
How are things going with my house?
Excuse me, but who am I speaking to?
It's me? Me? There's no way you don't know who I am. So, can you tell me how my house is doing? Don't tell me that you've sold that place or anything like that, right?
Your house? What are you talking about now? And another thing, why are you talking to me after 12 years have gone by? You were the one that threw me away back then, and you left with another woman from your work to get married. So having a message come from a jerk of a man 12 years later is shocking to me.
I'm not your average man is all. Now, tell me how my house is?
When you say your house, are you talking about the one that we lived together back when we were married?
That's right, my house.
That isn't your house, lol. And when you talk about that house, I'm still living in it.
Huh? You're still living in my house? You're not supposed to be living in that house anymore! You get out of there right now!
Get out of my own house? What are you talking about? Even if you start to get pissed off with me and try to boss me around, I'm not going to be leaving this house.
You still living in that house without my permission is the same dang thing as you trespassing on my property.
Really? It looks like you might have hit your head on one too many things there, buddy. Do you need to go to the hospital or something? I knew you were pretty screwed in the head back when we were together, but I would have thought that after 12 years, that would have healed by now. Have you gotten to the point now where you can't even comprehend the words around you anymore or what you say?
What happened 12 years ago doesn't matter anymore. Back then, things were tough for me.
Things were not tough for you, but me, right? I mean, I was carrying our kid at the time, but you never seemed to care about it. It's been years now, so you'd think that asking how the kid is after so long, or some questions similar to that would be normal, right? Well, it's not like you have to ask me that, because I won't tell you a thing about them.
All right now, hurry up and get out of my house! If you don't leave that place soon, I'll have to come there and force you out. Do you want me to become violent with you?
Come on, calm down a bit there, lol. This is not your house.
All you're doing is living there uninvited now. I'm going to live there again starting today, so you get out.
Oh? Even though I don't believe you can live here anymore?
Even after I moved out of there, you really thought it was okay to live there without me knowing? I guess I don't mind any of that, but today I'm moving back in with one of my lady friends, so get the hell out!
Even though this house is under my name?
What?
From the start of us living here, my name has been on this house. So what do you mean this is yours? What made you think that this house was ever yours, Marcus? Lol.
Your name is on that place? There's no way.
Says the guy that left me for no good reason after us having a baby together and everything, and just vanishing for 12 years. And now after that long, you're back telling me a bunch of crap. That doesn't make any sense. Are you sure you didn't hurt your head really badly?
You really want to keep saying I'm crazy? That's very rude of you.
I'm being honest. I'm not sure what it is with you that makes you think that you can boss me around, but this house is under my name.
Shut up. I already know the truth. I know that house is my house, and right now I need a house to live in. So I'm coming back to live in my house.
Even though it's been over a decade since you threw me away, you're still the same old Marcus. This house is under my name and it always has, so you don't have any rights when it comes to what I do with my house. If you do try to get into my house, I'll have the police here in minutes.
The police will only come to you if the house is owned by you.
But this is my house, and you're the only one too delusional to agree on that. This all happened a while back now, so I'm sure you totally forgot about all of it. But if that's the case that you cannot remember, maybe you're better off just leaving me alone and moving on. Because if you try to move back into this house, you'll only be doing yourself more harm than good.
I'm coming to get my house back whether you like it or not. Even though you think you can get away with stealing it from me.
At this point, you're so confused that I might have to call the old folks home and have them come pick you up, lol. I think it's best you don't come around here. You'll only make yourself regret things more if you do. I really have no clue why after 12 years, you think you can come back here. But it's been far too long for you to be talking to me again when you have that woman of yours, right? If that coworker is still around, then you both should try buying or renting a house for yourselves like proper people. Well, that's only you have the funds to do so, right?
Coworker? I don't remember anything about a coworker.
Oh?
The woman I'm with now is a lady friend I met 3 months ago, and I'm starting to think about marrying her now. And she wants us to have a house together, so I was planning on giving her that house as a present. I can't be asked to buy any other place right now, so I want you out of my old house.
Jesus, Marcus. Lol, you threw me out like that coworker meant the world to you or something, yet you can't even remember who they are now? I suppose it's because of your poor memory that you can't even remember whose house this is. But I'll remind you that this is my house, so stop trying to get me out of it. And if you come to my house, you'll only make things worse, so stay the hell away. I already told you, right? You'd regret coming here. But you still couldn't trust my words and barge into here, and now you have to pay for it. You had to meet my husband without being invited.
What the hell is going on? Tell me! Why the hell was a trap set up like that in the yard? I was just trying to get back to my house. What do you mean your husband?
It's not strange for me to have found another man and marry him, right? It's been 10 years now, and I've been married to my husband.
What? Why didn't you tell me anything about that?
Huh? Why should I have to tell my brain-dead ex-husband about my life? Lol. My daughter doesn't need to know about her screwed-up dad either. So that's why I made sure to never talk to you again, so that you never come back here.
I don't understand how you got married again, but what is up with this trap?
My husband is a bit of a protective man, and he works for a security company, so he decided to have some traps installed around the house to keep us safe. Lol.
Huh? He works for a security company?
Yeah, and we have a house with a young girl in it, so making sure that this house is secure from people like you is very important. And so, my husband made sure to put all kinds of traps. So of course someone that isn't supposed to be here would be caught in one of our traps. Lol.
Come get me out of here and let me go. This is my dang house after all.
You're being a dick. This is the house that I put my name down on and paid for all the loans. You never wanted to be the one to take up the responsibility of owning that house, so I had to make sure this place didn't go under. You're an adult, but mentally, you don't have the fortitude to be able to keep up with any payments, right? And you're what now? In your 40s, right? I think it's time you calm down and think for a second. Lol.
And to calm down, I wanted to get my house back. I planned on bringing my super young girlfriend here so that her and I could have a nest to make babies in. I was changing my life for the better this time.
You say that a lot, don't you? Yet every time you try to change your life around, you only fall even harder. Lol.
Shut up! Go ahead and tell me what kind of amazing life you have right now. I'm sure you're in the same spot as me going through all these problems.
I have been raising my daughter that you threw away 12 years ago all by myself. And now she is 12 years old.
Huh? Right. She is around that age now, huh?
And not just her anymore, but I have 2 more kids that I had with my husband, making it 3 now.
That many?
I raised 3 kids here with the help of my husband now, and still have a career outside of home. I think that I've been doing pretty dang well for myself after being thrown away by you, but...
Can you at least give me back that house?
This house is my family's house. But if you really want this house from me, why don't you come and buy it? Well, of course, that depends on your situation. But I'm sure by the way you've been acting, you don't have the money to. Lol.
Back when I left you for that other woman, I had gotten into some hairy business and lost a lot of my money. And since then, I've been having trouble finding any more work, and so my life has been really rough. But finally, after so long, I finally got a job as a full-time employee again and could start bringing in more dough. And along with that, I've got myself a really young chick. So you should be okay with giving me that house. Actually, before we get to that, come and let me out of this trap!
I don't give a crap about all you just told me. Lol. I don't care about what kind of troubles you've been through or what jobs you have right now, nor about any girl you're with. You have no right to that house I own, so stop trying to get it from me. Also, if you wouldn't have come, none of that would have happened to you. But now that we have you, I'm going to call the police and ask them what to do with you.
Huh? What? The police?
Of course.
But I'm not doing well right now. I'm the one who's had a rough life ever since we got divorced, and so I'll have you sued for this.
If you really want to do that, you're more than welcome to. But I don't think you'll be able to find yourself a lawyer that'll help you, and any case you make that's brought to court will be dropped immediately.
Why do you say that? Do you not care about the harm you put me through?
That trap is only there to stop those that trespass.
What?
You're the one that broke through my fence and onto my property, right? So even if you're upset that you hurt yourself doing that, nobody's going to care about you, lol. I'll tell you right now, you screwed around and found out today.
Are you kidding me? You're messed up in the head for making me go through this. Are you seriously that mad still about what happened 12 years ago?
Well, immediately after what had happened, But right now, I have 3 amazing kids with a loving husband, so I'm only happy. Because of you, I was able to leave you behind and found that means to be a happy life. So thank you, lol.
What the hell? My life has been nothing but uphill battles.
And that's all due to you being a selfish prick, right? Lol. Now goodbye, you piece of garbage X. I hope that you try better after you get out that trap to fix your life. I think the police will be here soon for you. Make sure to explain to them what happened so that they can help you to get your head checked out. Lol. In the end, Marcus was taken into custody for trespassing and would be taken away in one of those police cars. And after all his hard work of getting that new job, the word of his arrest found its way there and he was fired by his manager. And that young girlfriend of his was disgusted by his actions and told him that they were through, which altogether ruined his mental health. He finally went back to his parents' house after almost 15 years and told them what had happened. And out of the kindness of their hearts, they got him a job at a really awful factory. And as of right now, he works from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. every day so that he can make as much money back to pay off all his debts, as well as pay his parents for allowing him back. I really don't understand why he went this far for something that was never even true, but I hope the consequences of his actions teach him that he got what was coming for him.
Are you going to be able to come tomorrow? If so, I'm really looking forward to seeing you again.
I'm still planning on coming tomorrow. I heard you had yourself a really beautiful house built, right? I'm sure that even Faye is really happy about that now, too.
Well, this is what Faye had dreamed of happening, so of course she's happy about all of it. If she wasn't smiling about the new house, then I'd really have no clue what she wants and would probably go crazy trying to figure that out.
Have you already gone and told her that I'll be coming over as well tomorrow?
I let her know once already. I said that you'd be around, even when I have my meeting. But I'll do my best to leave a lot of time open to you when you're around, so that we can all talk. We can talk more about all of that later on, as I'd really like to continue talking to you about those things from earlier.
Understood. I'll be coming by myself tomorrow, okay? But I'll make sure that next week I bring everything we talk about up with my leader and we'll discuss things.
Alright, thank you, Gianna. Although, having to be helped by someone like you is a little embarrassing for me.
What are you talking about, Gage? I'm your little sister and want to make sure everything goes well for you, just like you'd do for me if I needed the help. We siblings have to stick together in times like these, right?
Hearing something like that from you really warms my heart. But I still feel as though I should be the one responsible for my company. And now having you around helping me, I need to be more diligent in getting good results.
I'm hoping for that as well for you. But you're my older brother, so you'll be all right. Anyway, I'm really looking forward to seeing you tomorrow and seeing that new house. Gage is having a problem within his company and has gone to resolve the issue. So he won't be back home until after you've already showed up here, okay? That's what I'd heard from him as well. He made sure to tell me before I got into my car. I still plan on being there at the time I told you both yesterday. Is that all right with you still? I heard from him that you're going to be the one to show me around the new house while he's out at the office. But if he's going to be coming home later today, then I can wait for him, or even possibly come over another day if you'd like. What do you want to do? What are you planning to do by coming over to our house? Huh? I heard from him that you're planning on staying the night here and whatnot. But do you think you'll actually be getting anything from us just because we're both well off? Let me tell you right now, if you come into this home and start stealing from us, you're going to be in very deep water. What? Can you slow down for just a minute? Why are you starting to talk about me as though I'd be coming over to steal anything from you two? I have no reason to be stealing from you both, right? I'm just coming over to hang out and talk with the both of you as well as see the new house you both have. Well, think about it, Gianna. You're nothing more than a dirty janitor, right? Excuse me? And all janitors are both lowlifes and moneyless. And now that you've heard that your brother is a CEO, you think you can come over here and take our things? If that's what you're thinking, I'd like you to stand back and rethink your plans. Gage is my husband now, right? He doesn't have the time to take care of moneyless slobs like you anymore. Hold on a second, Faye. I think you have a bit of a misconception of me or something that's making you say all these things. Actually, I don't even know what you're trying to infer about me right now based on all that you've just told me. There we go. You can't even make up a good excuse. You know that I'm right about what I've said about your plan, and now the only thing you can say back to me is that I'm the one with a misconception and that I'm wrong. Well, to start, can you stop looking down on me for being a janitor like that? I'd like to know what's so bad about being a janitor in your eyes. It's due to janitors that the inside and outside of buildings like your husband's are so clean and well kept for everyone working in them. And for the most part, those that work for a cleaning and janitorial company are usually very proud of the work they do and want to do their best. What are you going on about? I feel bad for all you freaks that only have enough brain in you to clean the toilets of complete strangers all day long. The fact that you all are so daft that you can only make money from work like that is just depressing. Your brother ended up being the CEO of a very well-regarded company, yet somehow his little sister had to turn into a crap cleaner. That's so unfortunate for him. When I married him, I never knew he had a tragic little sister like you working a gross job like that. Tragic? That's a bit rude of you to say to me, right? Well, anyway, I'll be arriving at your house here soon, so we can talk more about all of this in person and hopefully clear all of this up. I think you have a misunderstanding of me, so I'd like for that to all go away with a quick explanation from me about who I really am and what my intentions really are. You sad sight! How does it feel to have toilet water thrown all over you like that? If this has taught you anything, then get out of my house and never come back here again. I am appalled. I heard that you were a pretty tough woman when it came to being nice, but for you to actually act out like that towards your own sister-in-law? I only came here today to celebrate my brother moving into a brand new house, but you're telling me that you threw all that toilet water on me just because I'm a janitor? What the hell were you thinking, Faye? I doubt that by asking you that I'll get an answer that I can understand, but I have to ask you at least once. Of course, a lowlife like you would never be able to understand any answer I gave you to that question. Now, to be clear, the reason for all of that was because a lowlife like you thought you could come into this beautiful house of mine. Your beautiful house? That's the house that my brother built, right? So what? Whatever he calls his is also mine, right? I know that you were having a pretty good time splashing all that water onto me and are feeling on top of the world right now, but you're going to regret all of that real soon. Why should I ever regret what I've done to you? I was just protecting my beautiful house from a beggar like you getting in here. You actually think I'd let your lowlife butt in here? I don't care that you're my sister-in-law, Gianna. I had to throw that water on you to keep you from taking any of my money and things. Then I'll be halting my transfer of any more money to you guys. We don't need whatever money you think you have. And actually, what the hell do you mean you've been giving us money? Do you actually think you can do something like that for us? You are aware that my husband runs a very well-off company, right? Well, I'm sure you don't understand the whole picture right now, but I really didn't expect you to be this blind to what's all been going on around you. Huh? What are you talking about right now, Gianna? I'm going to do just as you've asked and head home. But be aware that the money I've been giving your husband to keep his company from becoming a burning mess will stop. Do you really expect me to believe that you've been giving my husband money to keep his company afloat? I'm going to let him know right now that you've gone home. And please, never come around my beautiful house ever again. I don't have time to cater to scum like you. Understood. I wish you good luck after this. What do you want with me now? Things have changed. Do you think you can start heading back to my house? No. Why the hell would I come back there? What makes you think asking me a stupid question like that after what you've done would be such a good idea, And what do you mean things have changed for you? Before, I didn't believe a word you'd said about the current state of things regarding you and my husband. But when I told him that you'd gone home already, he was furious. He kept saying I really screwed him over big time. He's on his way home right now in a panic, and I want to know what I should do about him. Why are you asking me what you should do right now about him? Why the hell is Gage freaking out so much right now? To tell you the truth, I am the owner of a cleaning services company, and for a while now I'd been working with my brother to support his company with funding. I'm assuming that he's really worried about all of that right now. Huh? You're the CEO of a cleaning services company? I sure am. I see that you had been confusing me for just being a simple janitor this whole time, but I'm not the one cleaning and doing all that work. Rather, I'm the one running the company that employs people to do that work. And as for my brother's company, it's been on the brink of collapsing for a bit now, and I'd been planning on helping keep him afloat. And as for me coming over today, the reason was for me to talk with him about what to do next regarding the money I'd been handing him and his company. Of course, I was also coming over to celebrate you both moving into that new house, but the main reason was to talk business. No, there's no way that should be true. You're supposed to be some low-level janitor, Gianna. Your brother even told me that you work for a cleaning services company. And that's not wrong. The only difference is that I don't just work for the company, but run it as well as the company's CEO. How many more times do I have to repeat that to you for you to understand me? I get that a long time ago I had been working as a janitor and all, but that was just to learn about the field I'm working in and to understand how to run a company like this one. Is that so? I never heard a thing about any of that. So you're telling me that all of this was just a misunderstanding between us? No matter how you try and think about it, you did misunderstand me. But you having had little idea about who I actually am has nothing to do with me now. Because as of now, I can see that you're totally okay with throwing toilet water all over me because you thought I was a janitor. Well, that was just because I had a misconception of you, a simple misunderstanding. Normally, I'd never actually do anything as rude as that to anyone. You could even call that a joke of sorts. I just assumed you were coming to steal things from us and that since you were supposedly a janitor, the whole splashing toilet water over you would be a good form of defense. I think a person like you won't have much more of a future anymore where you're still married to my brother now. Huh? What does that mean? I'm saying that after this, I don't think you and him are going to have a successful future together. I doubt he's the kind of guy to allow a witch like you to be by his side. Actually, I know a guy like him won't allow that. I don't really get what you're talking about, but I'm saying that now that my brother and I have a good idea of the person you truly are, we're no longer going to want to have anything to do with you. And really, I don't even have the will to help him with his company any longer, so I'll make sure to let him know that here. Hold on a sec, Gianna. You're joking about actually telling him what happened between us, right? He's already furious with me about sending you home, but if you go telling him about the reason for that, he'll explode and take me down with him. And none of that is anything I'm worried about at the moment. Gianna, let's take a moment to let the air cool between us and talk this over again, okay? How about we both just forget about everything that happened earlier? I'm calm right now, Faye, and the air has remained a very comfortable temperature for me so far. And unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to forget what you just did to me. You literally threw a bucket of toilet water in my face when I walked through the door and started laughing at me when you saw my face. Only those with the most twisted of souls would ever do that to another person over them having a job as a janitor. You really want me to forget that? Think about it. There's really no way to forget any of that. I told you that you're wrong about that. Please listen to what I've been trying to tell you. I really had no clue that you were such an amazing person before I did all of that to you. I just had the idea that you were some failure that's had to live life working as a scummy janitor was all. What I did to you back then was all due to the thought that you were nothing more than a lowlife. Oh God, you think that I'm going to follow your reasoning for all of that? What you're telling me is that you really do hate those that you deem to be lowlives, including janitors. Huh? That's not what I meant by that. Well, with that kind of thinking, you've basically just told me that you hate everyone that works for me and my company, and that they're all scum and have no money. You wouldn't want me telling all of them that now, would you? I'm really confused right now. What the hell are you thinking, talking about people that you know nothing about like that? I'm sorry. I didn't think that you and my brother would be getting this upset with me over what I said. It's just, when most people think of a janitor, they think of someone working a pretty low-level job and someone that's never graduated from college. I'm sorry that my thoughts got to me so easily. But now I can see you're not some low-life scum, but a very successful CEO. So you don't have to worry because I'd never look down on someone that runs their own company and has a lot of money from it. So can you calm down now? I'm your friend, after all. You must not understand the definition of friend, then. Because to me, and anyone else looking at this situation, you're anything but a friend to me. And at this point, I've already let my brother know about everything from today. Huh? What do you mean by everything from today? Well, I started by telling him about how you threw a bucket of toilet water on me, and then about how I will no longer be helping him by funding his company. I also made sure he knew that as long as you're with him, I'd never come around him again. And that he would no longer be getting any kind of help from me ever again. Why would you tell him things like that? You're making me look like the bad guy for some reason. I'm not sure why you ended up the way you are, but after what you've done to me today, I think it's totally acceptable of me to label you as a bad guy of sorts. I told you I understand, though, and I'm apologizing to you now, right? Why are you being so heartless towards me after all the effort I've put into apologizing to you? Are you telling me that you don't want to make up with me after that? What do you mean by us making up? And do you think after all you've done to me, a simple apology is going to get me to forgive you? We're not kids anymore, Faye. You even ended up saying terrible things about the employees working for me, so I'm definitely not forgiving you for that, as I'm sure none of them would. Now, if you want to discuss what's going on right now some more, you can wait for Gage to get home and talk with him. I have nothing left to say to you now, so that's that. Wait a second, though. Gianna, this is all really messed up, right? If you leave things the way they are, I am 99% sure that Gage is going to kick me out of this house. And I'd have to say that that'd be the correct choice when it comes to handling you. Are you kidding me? Why would you say something like that now? Was what I did really that bad? I think you're going a little overboard by saying all of that crap about me. Come on and do something about this, Gianna. Right now, our marriage is on the line, and you're the only one that can do anything to save it. Don't you want to help your brother stay happy? The only reason for your marriage being in danger is due to you being a terrible person, Faye. Now figure something out and try your best to avoid losing your husband. You already told me that I'm not allowed around your house since I'm a lowlife. But if you're thrown out by my brother, that must be because you're more of a lowlife than even me. That would only be fair, though, right? Since you made that rule up. Are you really going to say things like that? I apologized for cleaning your face off with that toilet water already, right? I promise I won't say anything bad about you anymore regarding your job, okay? So please, just frickin' forgive me. No thanks. But hey, this all matches exactly with what you said about me. I'm a lowlife, and letting your marriage fall apart is definitely something a lowlife would allow to happen. At least I'm not the one that'll be going through hell here soon, so have fun, you witch. In the end, Gage made his way back home with his face beet red, telling Faye to get out of his house without even giving her a chance to retort. Once he had her outside, he then went and locked all the doors and proceeded to grab all her things and toss them out the window for her to take. Then the following day, he began the process of divorcing her. Faye hasn't had a job of her own for a very long time, and so her pockets were empty leaving that house, and has since been on the streets trying to figure out what to do next. But this is all well-deserved after all the horrible things Faye said and did to Gage's little sister Gianna. Luckily for Gage, after he had gotten rid of and divorced Faye, Gianna came back to him and said that she'd continue to help fund his company. I'm sure she never wanted to threaten him with ending the flow of money to his company, but it was the only way to get him to throw Faye away, which needed to be done after what she'd done to Gianna. Anyway, Faye is going to be on the streets for a long time now following these unfortunate events. But hopefully, while she's going through hard times, she begins to learn the importance of everyone, even those that she considers low lives, like herself.
Hey, how much are you getting from the inheritance?
What?
I mean, your dad's inheritance. As the head of such a big company, he must have left behind a significant amount, right?
Are you serious? We're in the middle of the funeral. Don't you think it's disrespectful to talk about that right now?
Come on, he's already gone. So why would it be disrespectful? It's not like I'd have asked about it while he was alive. That'd make it seem like I was only after his money, right?
I really don't understand how you can be so casual about this. You, of all people, should know everything he did for you. So stop disrespecting him like this.
Look, he's already gone, so saying he did a lot for me doesn't mean anything now. Can't you understand that?
Just stop it, okay? I want to focus on being next to my father right now.
Why? Just tell me how much you're getting from the inheritance. I visited him at the hospital too, didn't I? I did my part in looking after him. And didn't he like me quite a lot?
Yes, he did think highly of you. But if he knew you were only interested in his inheritance, don't you think he'd be heartbroken, even up there in heaven? Imagine how much sadness he'd feel, seeing his daughter's husband only caring about his money.
I'm only asking how much the inheritance is. I held off asking this whole time, didn't I? So just tell me already.
At this time? Wait, are you telling me that's what you've been after with me this whole time?
Just tell me. There's a car I want to buy. I need to put a down payment on it before someone else gets it.
You know what? I won't be receiving anything. I'm sorry, but I'm actually just a stepchild, so my share is 0.
Wait a second. What do you mean by that?
I told you, I'm my late mother's child from her previous marriage. I have no right to an inheritance from my stepfather. Not that I was ever expecting to get anything in the first place.
You're a stepchild? Wait, hold on. Are you serious? So you're really getting nothing from him?
Yes, I never wanted it to begin with.
Are you kidding me? I want that inheritance. How am I supposed to buy that luxury car now? How am I supposed to get it?
Why don't you buy it with your own money? And stop shouting already. You're not even a family member.
What the hell are you talking about, not a family member? Do you even know why I married a boring woman like you in the first place?
What?
Your father's inheritance. And now I found out that because you're a stepchild, you're getting absolutely nothing? I married an old lady for this? What a waste. You're worthless to me now. Just get out.
Get out? This is a funeral home, you know. You don't have the right to tell me to leave.
I don't care about rights. I'm telling you to get out. If there's no inheritance for you, then you're useless to me. Since you're a stepchild and get nothing, what about your sister?
My sister is his biological daughter, so...
And that means she'll be getting something, right? She's the one I need to talk to. You, on the other hand, can just go home.
Stop it. Don't ruin this funeral. Can't you just act with some decency for once? And don't bring my sister into this. She doesn't deserve any of this chaos.
Shut up! Stop whining already. Just go home. Otherwise, I'll use force if I have to. And it won't be just you. I'll turn this entire funeral into a circus.
Please stop. There's no point in causing trouble here. There's no need to bother innocent people who have nothing to do with this, is there?
Innocent people? All your stupid relatives are involved in this. They're all responsible. You're all joking if you think I won't get that inheritance.
Fine. If I leave, will you calm down? I'll go if that's what you want. Just please calm down.
Yeah, you're the biggest annoyance here. You've ruined my life. Don't ever show your face to me again.
Are you sure you won't regret this?
Regret? No way. I only regret marrying you, that's all. One way or another, I'll get my hands on that inheritance. I didn't go through all the trouble of marrying a woman way older than me just to walk away empty-handed.
Older? I had no idea you could be this horrible. Hey, Skipper's been messaging me nonstop. It's seriously getting on my nerves. What's his deal? Did something happen that I don't know about? Already? I'm really sorry about that, Avery. He keeps talking about inheritance of all things. Isn't that disturbing? Who even brings that up at a funeral? It feels completely out of place, like he doesn't even realize where he is. Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like he married me solely because he thought he'd gain access to my dad's inheritance. Looking back, there were definitely times that made me feel something was a bit off, like he was prioritizing the wrong things. But I never imagined he'd be so rotten, let alone it would come to this. So he didn't even know that you aren't your dad's biological child? He went into this whole marriage without knowing? That's right, I never brought it up. It just didn't seem relevant before, and he probably tried not to get too involved in any family talk on purpose, just so I wouldn't catch on to his intentions. And he'd been carefully waiting for this moment, I guess, counting down to this day, only for it to backfire on him when he found out I don't have the right to inherit anything. Now that he's aware there's no money coming my way, it seems he's completely losing it. Wow, that's so selfish of him. He's really just after money then, with zero consideration for anything else. Anyway, where are you right now? Did you manage to get away? He wouldn't stop yelling at me to leave the funeral hall. It got so bad that it seemed like he was ready to make a huge scene if I didn't. So for now, I've stepped outside, just to avoid him turning everything into a mess right in front of everyone. Well, if he's acting like that, it's probably a good idea to steer clear for now. He's obviously on edge and not thinking straight. It's fine. Besides, the funeral's almost over anyway, so why don't you go on home first? I'll stay here and take care of everything that needs wrapping up. Don't worry about it. But what are you going to do about Skipper? He doesn't sound like he'll leave you alone. Oh, as for him? Don't worry, I'll handle that too. I'll have a little talk with him and get him to leave. Trust me on this, all right? All right. I'm sorry to trouble you with all of this, and thank you, really. Hey, don't mention it. It's the least I can do. But still, I can't believe the situation. Your dad just passed, and now you can't even get a proper chance to say goodbye because of that man. I'm sure your dad is looking down from heaven, and when he sees what Skipper's trying to do, he won't let him get away with it. Karma's coming, one way or another. First I lose my father, and now my husband shows his true colors, turning into someone completely different. This is way more than I can handle.
Hey, what the hell is going on here? Seriously? I saw it on TV. You're the heir to Yamada Trading? What does that even mean?
You saw it, so I assume you understand. My father passed away, and I'm stepping in as the next president of the company. That's all there is to it.
What? What's that supposed to mean? Why didn't you tell me any of this?
It wasn't decided yet, so I didn't tell anyone. But my father's will named me as a successor. I'm going to honor his wishes. And considering we're getting divorced, this doesn't concern you.
Hold on a second. If you're the heir to Yamada Trading, then this changes everything. We need to cancel the divorce. I mean, wouldn't that be better for you too?
Oh, now you want to say this? You're so selfish. The only reason you married me in the first place was to get a hold of my father's inheritance. Isn't that right?
No, it wasn't like that. Look, I just lost my cool and said things I didn't mean. But come on, I would never actually think that way. I love you, all right? I swear it.
Don't insult me. If you truly loved me, you wouldn't have done what you did. Even yesterday, after I left, you went and caused trouble for my sister too, didn't you?
Trouble? I wasn't causing trouble. She's the one who said she'd share the inheritance with me.
What?
Come on, I was there for your father. I visited him in the hospital, didn't I? And I even brought him expensive gifts. I have just as much rights to some of the inheritance.
So you're telling me that my sister really said she'd split the inheritance with you?
Yeah, she did. That's why she didn't put up a fuss yesterday. Then this morning I turned on the TV and see they were talking about how the president of Yamada Trading had passed away.
And that's how you found out I'd be succeeding him, huh? Whatever the case may be, I've already made up my mind to go through with the divorce.
Don't be ridiculous. Come on, it's fine now, right? We can just start over, can't we?
If my sister's going to share the inheritance with you, then you don't have any reason to stick around. So stop coming near me.
Listen, I have a dream, all right? I want to help people who are less fortunate all around the world. I want to bring happiness to those who need it most. With a company as big as Yamada Trading, I think I could actually make that dream come true.
So, what are you trying to say?
I'm saying, let me be a part of Yamada Trading as an executive. That way, I'll be closer to making my dreams a reality. I want to bring joy around the world. I want to work towards world peace. My true dream.
How shameless can you be? All you really want is a handout because my father's inheritance isn't coming to you the way you'd hoped. Just yesterday, you were having a tantrum, calling me a useless old hag who wasn't good for anything.
I know, I regret that. I wasn't myself at that moment, I promise. But look, don't you think it's actually a good thing for Yamada Trading to get involved in charitable causes? It would improve the company's public image, and it might even help attract more business.
Oh, really? Don't you think my father would have already considered that? Here's a wake-up call for you. He did. My father was deeply committed to charitable work while he was alive. Yamada Trading is so well known for its charity work that it's practically part of its brand image now. He even spent his own time volunteering. You say you're serious about world peace, but you didn't even know this about my father?
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, wait, no! I did know that. It's just now that your father has passed, someone else has to take over.
Why are you still trying to act like this? It's pitiful. No matter how you try to dress it up, what you did at the funeral isn't going to disappear. Every single one of my family members saw it, and none of them trust you anymore. Whatever respect you managed to earn from my father is completely gone.
What? What's that supposed to mean? Are you saying you told the entire family about what happened yesterday?
Of course I did. I don't owe you anything. Thanks to your little outburst, all the time and effort you spent trying to win over my father was completely wasted.
You arrogant piece of... How dare you talk to me like this? Just get back together with me already.
Absolutely not. No matter what you say, I've made my decision. And frankly, no one's on your side anymore.
Oh, that's not true. Your sister promised she'd split the inheritance with me, remember? She's reasonable, unlike you. It's clear she's truly her father's daughter. She's nothing like you, the illegitimate one.
Is that supposed to be an insult?
No, I'm just stating the facts. Anyway, once I get the inheritance, I'll start making plans from here. I'll get you to reconsider this divorce. I'm not giving up that easily.
Fine. Do whatever you want.
Hey, about what happened yesterday. Can I come by now to collect my share?
Huh? Are you talking about the inheritance?
Of course! You're going to give me a share, right? That's why I left quietly yesterday. I didn't expect you to keep your promise.
Of course, I'll keep my promise. You've come to see my father in the hospital after all.
Yeah, of course I did. Your dad really liked me. He probably recognized me as well. So, just give me the amount that reflects that. I'm counting on you.
The amount that reflects your contributions, huh? Sure, I can do that. So, how should I hand it over?
I'll come over now. Your relatives are still there, right? It seems like there are some bad rumors about me going around, so I need your help to clear that up. Vivian did something unnecessary, it seems.
Okay, then I'll introduce you to my relatives.
That would really help. It's good to see that we can communicate well. You're truly the daughter of the president of Yamada Trading after all. Just like I expected. It's nice to know we're on the same page.
Right? I want to ensure everything goes smoothly. It's important that everyone sees you in a good light, especially after all the misunderstandings that have happened.
Exactly. I appreciate you looking out for me. After all, we need to keep our relationship strong. This inheritance can mean a lot for both of us.
I understand. It's not just about the money. It's about our connection and how we can support each other moving forward. Let's make sure everything is handled professionally.
Definitely. I trust you to help me navigate this situation. With your support, I think we can turn things around.
Good. Let's get this sorted out. I'm glad we're working together on this.
Hey! What was that all about? You said you shared the inheritance with me, right?
I did share it, didn't I?
$15? Are you serious? That's just insulting. You gotta be kidding me. Give me more.
But you said you wanted an appropriate amount, didn't you? So that's what I gave you, an appropriate amount. Honestly, $15 is more than enough. You should be thanking me for that.
How can you even justify giving me just $15? I want a reasonable explanation for this. Otherwise...
Otherwise what? You're going to try and intimidate me? Just like you did when you backed down in front of the relatives yesterday? You only came to visit my father twice while he was in the hospital. So, that's how I calculated the transportation cost. $7 for a round trip twice. I even added a little extra just to be nice.
You're insulting me.
You're the one acting like a big shot after just 2 visits. That's what's really ridiculous.
But I had a good relationship with him long before he got sick. Oh wait, is there no will?
What?
There must be a will that includes my name. Even if it's not about the inheritance, I should at least get something. After all, I was trusted by your father.
Your name is not on the will. If it was, believe me, I would have let you know.
No way! You're all just hiding the fact that my name is there. You're a bunch of cowards. All of you related to Yamada Corporation. I might as well report you all.
Go ahead and do what you want. But just so you know, my father didn't like you at all.
What?
He thought you were a shallow man. He was worried about Vivian. You probably don't even know that. That's why I kept a close eye on Vivian. I didn't trust you, and I figured it was better to be safe than sorry.
No, it can't be right. He told me all sorts of things.
It's easy to pretend to get along without stepping on anyone's toes, you know. My father was a genuine businessman. The fact that your name isn't in the will is the best proof of that. If you think I'm lying, I can call a lawyer to confirm it for you.
So you're saying you're all just a family of liars?
Huh?
Exactly. You've just been playing my emotions, making me think there was something there. You guys are nothing but dirty thieves, hoarding the inheritance for yourselves. I'm going to post about this online.
Is that all you can do? If you're feeling brave, why don't you come over and confront us in person?
Huh, there's no need for that. I'll make sure you all are ruined. Just you wait.
So, you can only act tough with women, huh? How impressive. Well then, good luck with your plan to destroy us.
You bastard! You have to understand, this isn't just about money. It's about respect. I thought I meant something to your family. I thought I was trusted and valued, not just some random outsider looking for a handout.
What did you expect? You've always been on the outside looking in. You think 2 visits to the hospital make you a member of the family? It doesn't work that way.
But I was there for your father when he needed help. I stood by him. That should count for something.
You were there for him, yes, but don't you see? It wasn't just about being physically present. It was about genuine love and commitment, something you clearly lack. You're just trying to cash in on a relationship that wasn't what you thought it was.
You have no idea what I've done for him, the support I provided, the comfort I gave him during his worst days. That meant something to him, even if you can't see it.
No, all you see is the potential for profit. You can't hide that from me. It's painfully obvious. And you know what? This attitude of entitlement is why you'll never get anything from my family.
How dare you? You could just dismiss me like that? I'll make sure everyone knows what kind of family you really are.
Go ahead. No one is going to believe your lies. They know you for what you really are. A leech trying to drain the last bit of goodwill from my father's memory.
You're going to regret this, I swear. You'll pay for underestimating me.
You're really going to threaten me now? That's rich. You should learn how to deal with your own emotions instead of trying to lash out at me. You're just making yourself look pathetic.
I'm not done with this. You think you won? I'll fight back, and I'll make sure everyone knows the truth about your so-called generosity.
Good luck with that. I'll be here, living my life while you waste yours plotting revenge. You're only digging your own grave.
You haven't seen the last of me. I'll prove to everyone that you're just a bunch of frauds.
Then bring it on. I'm ready for whatever you've got. Just know that this isn't the end. This is just the beginning, and I won't back down.
Hey, please, I'm begging you, don't abandon me. I really regret everything.
This is all your fault, you know. You tried to accuse my family, and now look where that's got you. Everything's backfired on you.
Please, just call off the divorce. You know, I thought I'd be getting some inheritance, so I went ahead and bought a lot of things on my credit card.
What?
The car you know I wanted? I've actually signed the contract for it. If things keep going like this, I'm going to go bankrupt. I'll be drowning in debt. On top of that, after that scandal, they cut ties with me at the company. And all my friends are drifting away. It's all falling apart.
Well, that's a natural consequence, isn't it?
Don't say something so cold. Please, I'm not asking for the inheritance anymore, but at least don't abandon me.
So is that why you wanted the inheritance so badly? But someone like you, who only married me for my family's wealth, doesn't deserve my help. If you keep bothering me about this, I will take legal action.
Come on, you weren't always this heartless, were you? What are you pretending to be strong for? The you I know would help me out.
I need to keep it together for my father's sake. I have to be strong as a daughter and as the next president of the company.
Damn it! Please, I'm begging you, help me out. Just one more time, let's...
No way. I've lost so much by marrying someone like you. I've made a terrible mistake marrying a person as low as you.
What? You think I'm this slow? What am I supposed to do now?
How should I know? That's not my problem. Oh wait, with the $15 you got, you could spread some smiles around the world, right? And that was your dream, wasn't it?
I don't need your sarcasm right now. You think this is funny? I'm in real trouble here. You have no idea what I'm going through.
Oh, I know exactly what you're going through. You're the one who got yourself into this mess. You thought you could just ride on my family's coattails and live the high life without consequences. Well, guess what? It doesn't work that way.
Listen, I made some mistakes, but I thought we could work things out. I thought you would understand.
Understand? Understand what? That you thought it was okay to betray me and my family? You thought I'd just sit back and let you take advantage of us?
I wasn't trying to betray anyone. I made a mistake, but I'm still the same person you fell in love with.
Really? The person I fell in love with wouldn't have done what you did. They wouldn't have put me in this position. You've changed, and not for the better.
I'm begging you. Just give me a chance to prove I can change. I'll do anything. Just please don't leave me like this.
And what would that change entail? You've shown me who you really are. Why would I want to be around someone who only thinks about themselves and their own needs?
'Cause I love you. I still care about you, even if I messed up.
Love? You think love is enough to fix all this? It's not enough when you hurt me and disrespected everything we've built together.
I didn't mean to hurt you. Can't we just forget about everything and start fresh?
Start fresh? You really think that's possible? After everything you've done? After all the damage you've caused? It's not that easy, and I can't just erase the past.
Please think about it. I promise I'll make it right. Just give me one more chance.
You think I haven't thought about it? Every day I wish things could go back to how they were, but I know they can't. You've burned that bridge.
You can't be serious. Thought we had something special.
You thought wrong. It's not special when it's built on lies and manipulation. You need to face the truth about who you are.
I'm begging you. I'll do better. Just don't give up on me.
I'm done with this conversation. You need to figure out your own life. I can't keep getting dragged down by your mistakes.
No, please, I need you. You're my only hope.
Your hope? You had hope when you were using me for my family's money. You need to find a way to stand on your own 2 feet without relying on me.
I can't do it without you. I don't know how.
You need to grow up and take responsibility for your actions. This is your life now, and it's time for you to face the consequences. How did it go? Were you able to properly wrap things up? Yeah, the divorce has been finalized successfully. At first, he was yelling quite a bit, but it seems like he has lost his energy now. He was like a child resisting a shot, huh? But you did well. It's a tough time as it is. No, it's thanks to you. Besides, the one who's really suffering is you, right? As a nurse, you've been facing your father's situation all this time. What are you talking about? Unlike you, I'm holding it together. This isn't going to get to me. Avery, you don't have to worry about me. You managed to handle everything yourself this time, right? So you should prioritize yourself a little too. Our father told me that Vivian doesn't have good judgment about people, so I should keep an eye on you. What? Our father saw right through that man from the very beginning. That's why I couldn't just leave you to deal with it alone. Really? If that was the case, you should have told me. Who could say the man you married is a jerk? But now that it's all settled, it turned out okay in the end. Yeah, so you don't have to worry about me. You can cry if you want. What are you saying? I'm not going to cry in front of you, the scaredy cat. After my divorce was finalized, Skippy left town. This marked the beginning of a tumultuous chapter in his life, where everything he once knew began to unravel. He quickly found himself trapped in what could only be described as debt hell. The term seems fitting, conjuring images of a deep, dark pit from which escape feels impossible. It wasn't merely financial distress that he faced. The consequences of his actions led to the loss of many friendships in a scandal that erupted. Those who once stood by his side seemed to vanish overnight, leaving him isolated and vulnerable. The emotional fallout from losing friends can be just as damaging as any financial setback. Friends are often seen as a support system, a safety net that cushions life's harsh blows. For Skippy, the absence of the safety net must have been incredibly painful. It seems that he found himself in a situation where, when he needed help the most, not a single person reached out to offer support. The emptiness of that realization must have been profound, forcing him to confront a painful truth. He had believed he had a strong social network, yet when faced with adversity, he was alone. Moreover, it became apparent that Skippy felt entirely cut off from his family. In times of crises, many people turn to their families for love and support. However, for him, that option was non-existent. He couldn't even return to his parents' home for comfort or refuge, which must have felt like a devastating betrayal of the familial bonds he once took for granted. Instead of a warm embrace or understanding conversation, he faced a stark and lonely reality. The concept of home, which should represent safety and security, transformed into a painful reminder of his failures. Eventually, he found himself living a life without a home. The transition from having a stable living situation to being homeless is jarring and deeply traumatic. This change signifies more than just a loss of physical space. It reflects a profound loss of identity and stability. Living without a home signifies being adrift, lacking the anchors that usually provide direction and purpose. For someone like Skippy, who once believed himself to be well-liked and respected, the experience of homelessness must have shattered his self-image. Throughout his life, Skippy always harbored a belief in his personal charm and likability. He likely thought that his charisma could carry him through any rough patch, enabling him to maintain relationships even in the face of adversity. However, this harsh reality must have forced him to confront a different truth. When the going got tough, no one came to his aid. The absence of support must have been a bitter pill to swallow. It likely stung deeply to recognize that no one was there for him in his time of need. Such realizations can be incredibly humbling, leading one to reflect on the depth and authenticity of their relationships. In moments of crises, it becomes crucial to examine how connections are built. Skippy might have been left questioning how many of those relationships were genuine and how many were merely superficial. Such reflections are often painful and can lead to a reevaluation of one's self-worth and the impact of their actions on others. The absence of support during his darkest moments undoubtedly forced him to confront the fragility of his social ties. Meanwhile, I find myself grappling with the fact that I, too, was once deceived by a man like Skippy. I invested considerable hope and faith in him, believing wholeheartedly in his dreams and aspirations. I supported him, thinking he would rise above his challenges and become a better person. To realize that I had been misled by his charm is a difficult realization. It stings to think that I allowed myself to be swept up in his narrative, trusting in his promises only to discover they were empty. The shame of being deceived by someone who ultimately proved to be unreliable weighs heavily on me. It's disheartening to confront the fact that I, too, can be vulnerable to the allure of charm and charisma. I had invested my emotions and trust in someone who was not deserving of it, and that realization is a bitter pill to swallow. This embarrassment makes me reflect on my choices and question my judgment. As I navigate my current role as the next president of Yamada Corporation, I am faced with my own set of challenges. My days are filled with meetings, decisions, and responsibilities that seem to come from every direction. The pressures associated with this position are immense, and there are moments when I feel as though they threaten to crush me under their weight. Balancing the needs of the company, employees, and stakeholders can be overwhelming. The expectations placed upon me are significant, and I often wonder if I am truly up to the task. Leading a company is no small feat, and I am constantly aware of the eyes that are on me, waiting to see how I will handle the responsibilities entrusted to me. There are days when self-doubt creeps in, and I question whether I have the skills and capabilities to lead effectively. However, I remind myself that growth often comes from discomfort, and it is through overcoming these challenges that I will grow stronger. Fortunately, I have a wonderful ally in Avery. Her support has been invaluable, and I often find myself relying on her in ways I hadn't anticipated. Despite her demanding job as a nurse, which undoubtedly comes with its own set of challenges, she always makes time for me. It amazes me how she balances her own responsibilities while still being there to lift me up when I need it most. Avery's dedication to her work and to our friendship is truly commendable. Avery affectionately refers to me as Scaredy Cat Vivian, a nickname that has become a source of comfort in moments of anxiety. It's a lighthearted reminder that I don't have to take life too seriously, even when the pressures mount. In her own unique way, she brings humor and warmth into my life, helping to lighten the load I carry. There's something refreshing about her ability to see the lighter side of things, and it often helps me gain perspective during challenging times. There are certainly times when I feel that her protective nature can be a bit overwhelming. I sometimes wonder if she might be overstepping, given that I am trying to carve out my own identity as a strong leader. However, even in those moments of doubt, I recognize the genuine care behind her actions. It is reassuring to know that I have someone who genuinely cares about my well-being. Avery's unwavering belief in me serves as a foundation of strength that I can lean on. I know that her support comes from a place of love and friendship, and that makes all the difference in my ability to navigate the challenges I face. Navigating the complexities of leadership while processing the fallout from my past relationship with Skippy is no easy feat. Each day presents its own challenges, but I find strength in the knowledge that I have Avery by my side. It's a comforting thought, knowing that no matter how tumultuous my personal life may be, I have a solid foundation of support to rely on as I forge ahead in my professional endeavors. As I reflect on everything that has transpired, I find myself thinking about the lessons I've learned from my experiences with Skippy and the strength I've gained from my current position. Life has a way of throwing curveballs at us, forcing us to adapt and grow. The pain of betrayal and the burden of leadership have both shaped me into a more resilient individual. I am learning to navigate my emotions, to stand tall in the face of adversity, and to embrace the support of those around me. Ultimately, I have come to understand that while Skippy's departure and the chaos of my past may have left scars, they do not define me. Instead, they serve as reminders of my strength and resilience. I have the power to shape my future, and with Avery's support, I am more than capable of rising to the challenges ahead. The journey may be fraught with difficulties, but it is also filled with opportunities for growth, connection, and self-discovery. As I look forward to the future, I do so with a renewed sense of purpose and determination. I will not let the shadows of my past overshadow the potential that lies ahead. I am committed to making the most of my role at Yamada Corporation and to nurturing the relationships that truly matter. With each passing day, I am learning to appreciate the beauty of resilience and the strength found in genuine connections. In the face of adversity, I will continue to stand strong, fueled by the unwavering support of those who believe in me, including my dear friend Avery. Looking ahead, I realize that I must continue to cultivate a positive environment at work, one where collaboration and support thrive. I want to foster relationships based on mutual respect and trust, rather than the superficiality that I encountered in my previous relationship. The lessons learned from my experience with Skippy serve as a guide for me as I build a healthier and more supportive workplace culture. Additionally, I have started to engage more with my colleagues, seeking their insights and fostering open communication. I recognize that leadership is not just about making decisions, it's also about listening and valuing the contributions of others. By creating an inclusive atmosphere where everyone feels heard, I hope to inspire my team and promote a sense of unity. Each small step taken towards building those connections helps reinforce my commitment to fostering a positive work environment.
Hello, this is Bob, Xavier's father. Just wanted to say that I'm looking forward to meeting you tomorrow.
Hello, Bob. I was hoping to say all of this in person, but I'm Andrea, and it's very nice to meet you. I have to say that I wasn't expecting to hear from you, so thank you for reaching out to me. I've heard so much about you from Xavier.
Well, the reason that I'm reaching out to you like this in the first place is because I have some questions for you.
Some questions? Well, what kind of things were you wanting to ask? I'll answer them as best I can.
Very well then. My first question is, just what is it that attracts you to my son?
You want to know what it is that I see in Xavier?
Well, I'm sure that it has nothing to do with the rich family he comes from, right? And I'm certain that it also is completely separate from the fact that he's in line to take over the family business too, correct? Basically, I want to know that you're not just dating my son because of who he comes from and what he's in line to be.
Oh, I understand. No, sir, nothing like that is going on at all. In fact, until recently, I didn't even know that Xavier was in line to take over the company at all. But even after finding out about it, it didn't change the way I feel about him at all, so please don't worry about that.
I just hope that you can understand why I might be concerned about this. Coming from as much wealth as we do, there are lots of potential suitors out there that would marry into this family just for access to that power.
I completely understand why that might be something to worry about in your case. But if you're concerned about me marrying your son for the money, then I only hope my words are enough to make you think otherwise.
That remains to be seen, young lady.
I understand. But hopefully meeting tomorrow in person will help lay some of those worries to rest. Then you can make your judgment from there.
Well, we are already scheduled to meet tomorrow. I just hope that you don't let me down. You and my son will not be getting married without my say-so. I certainly hope that you understand that already.
I understand that completely, and again, I'm not marrying Xavier for any kind of ambitious reasons. So I want to assure you that you have nothing to worry about there. I just hope you realize all of this tomorrow.
So, tomorrow you're finally going to meet your fiancé's family, right? How are you feeling? Are you nervous or excited? Both?
Hey, Mac. Thanks for always checking in on me. It really does mean a lot.
Ha ha ha. I take that response to mean that someone must be a little nervous, right?
I actually just finished talking with Xavier's dad for a bit. I had no idea that his family would take this thing so seriously.
Well, it is their son getting married. Or do you mean take it seriously in another way?
Well, I know that Xavier's family run a business and all, but I feel like I'm getting ready for a job interview rather than just meeting my future in-laws. It isn't like I don't get where they're coming from, but I just wish his dad was a little less intense about all of this.
Right, yeah, I was wondering about that. I looked into them a bit and they're quite new to having money, so I'm sure they're extra guarded about who they let in.
Oh, don't you go justifying all of this for them now, too. That's just making me feel more pressure about all of this.
I'm sorry, but it seems like there is a bit of pressure on you already. I mean, do you think they're going to ask about your family? I just hope that once they understand who your dad is, that this solves everything.
I certainly hope so, but more than that, I want them to like me for who I am. I don't want to be relying on my dad for everything, especially not who I can marry.
I know what you mean, but to people like Xavier's dad, I bet these kinds of things are as much business as they are personal.
Well, you're probably right about that, to be honest.
Well, let me know if anything happens. Just don't forget that you do have people in your corner who want to be there for you.
Thanks a lot, Mac. That is really nice to hear. For now, just keep your fingers crossed that everything goes well for me tomorrow. Mac, are you there? Please, I need your help right now.
Wow, Andrea, is everything okay? Can you talk on the phone right now? What's the matter?
I'm on my way to the hospital right now. I want you to meet me there, and I want you to represent me as my lawyer.
Wait, what? Are you serious? Okay, I'll head your way.
I'll send you the address for the hospital and my room number soon.
I knew it. I knew that you were poor this whole time. And yet you had the nerve to try and get near my son? Just who do you think you are, huh? Did you really think I would let you waltz into this family?
Do you have any idea what it is that you've just done?
What are you talking about?
I mean, you do realize that you assaulted me, right? You invited me over to meet you as your son's fiancé, and then you hit me right in the face?
And just what else was I supposed to do when I found out that you were raised by a single father? Did you think that I was just going to not hit you in the face for that? Did you think I was just going to hand over Xavier to you? No, I knew that I would have to break up your marriage right then.
I still can't believe it. I've never seen anyone just act out the way that you did. If you just wanted Xavier and I to not get married, you should have said something. You didn't need to hit me.
And just why do you think you deserve a say in any of this? You're nobody who tried to get out of poverty the easy way by marrying into money. I know that you were only ever with my son because of who his family is. Did you really think that I would be so stupid as to not realize that?
If you don't like me, that's fine. And if you don't want me to marry your son, that's fine too.
And just what was your dad thinking? He's a bit crazy too, isn't he?
What are you talking about?
I mean, shouldn't he have tried to talk you out of this? You would think that at least your dad would be smart enough to know his place.
And just why would my father try and talk me out of marrying your son?
If your dad couldn't go to the bare minimum of trying to talk sense into his daughter, then I think I'm starting to get a really clear picture of just how stupid the both of you are.
So punching me in the face wasn't enough? You're still going to run your mouth and talk bad about my father? I'm sorry, but that just makes me angry.
Do you think I care at all about how some poor little nobody feels about what I do? I'm rich. I run my own business. Pissing little peons like you off is all just part of my job.
Oh, yes, I'm sure that you and I live in completely different worlds, the likes of which I could never understand. And I guess living in that world led you to act in ways that only make sense to you. But I'm afraid that you are going to regret this, Bob.
And just what is some girl raised by a poor single father going to be able to do to me? I already hit you in the face, so why can't you just get out of here?
Maybe you don't know this, but my father is an important real estate mogul.
Yeah, right. In your dreams.
You don't have to believe me if you don't want, but I've already told my dad all about what happened between us. Your company doesn't have much longer now.
Oh, really? You're still going to try and pretend like I believe this little lie of yours? You and your father are both nobodies who can do nothing to affect me in the slightest.
And just what do you have against people who were raised by single parents anyway, huh? My mother died when I was very little, and I know that my dad poured his heart and soul into raising me right. In fact, I think that my father is a much better man than you could ever hope to be.
And just what is that supposed to mean, huh?
You might think that I'm poor just because I only had one parent. But that parent started his own business, watched it grow, and is now one of the most powerful real estate people in the state. Surely you've heard of Carl Reeves, right? Well, he's my father, and if I'm not mistaken, one of your most important clients.
Enough already. This joke wasn't funny the first time, but now I'm getting sick of it. You and Carl Reeves are not related, and it's astounding to me that you think I would ever fall for that. In fact, I want to know just how you even knew we're business partners in the first place. You must have done your homework, huh?
And just what would I have to gain from lying to you about this? I've already agreed to break up with your son when I thought we would be getting married.
So then, you're telling the truth about all this?
That's right. And my father is furious with you. That's why he's selling all the stock of your company that he owns. You're about to be facing bankruptcy, and it is all your fault. This is what you get for putting people down when you know nothing about them. You don't know anything at all about how my dad raised me.
Wait, hold on just a minute. You're really being serious with all this? You're really Carl's daughter?
And just why is that so hard to believe, huh? You seriously need to get over yourself and learn not to judge based on appearance. I was so close to marrying your son, and it would have brought your and my father's company closer together. But now none of that is happening. It was too easy for my father to cancel his contracts with a tiny company like yours. He has 1,000 other companies who would all love to take your place. I told you not to worry about me being after your family's money, and now you know why. My family always had way more money than yours ever did.
Wait, no, this can't be happening. Well, if what you're telling me is true, then I'm so sorry for the way I acted. But it's clear now that this was all just one big misunderstanding. I hope you can forgive me.
Oh, just shut up. It is way too late for any of that now. You brought all of this on yourself, and there is no way out of it. I told you that I would make you pay for this.
Wait, no, please, come on. It was just an honest mistake, really. I had no idea that there were single parents who were rich too. I should have looked more into you. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm glad you didn't. Thanks to that, I know exactly the kind of person that you are, and I feel glad that I got out when I did. In fact, if you knew who I really was, you probably would have been eager to have your son marry me so that you could have my family's money.
But, please, you have to forgive me. I'll even let you marry Xavier.
Do you really think that's what I want now?
What do you mean?
I mean that I don't want to marry your son any more than I want to keep talking to you. Besides, the engagement has already been called off. And if you think that anyone, including me, is going to want me to stay with the man whose father punched me in the face, you've got another thing coming. Maybe next time you should do a little homework before you act out like that. But that's all that I really have to say to you now.
Please, no! I made a mistake and I'm really sorry for it. I didn't mean for any of this to happen at all. Can't we just go back to the way things were?
That's not going to happen. I am never going to give Xavier a second chance again. And I already have a close friend of mine who's a lawyer looking into suing you for assaulting me.
Wait, no. You can't be serious.
Oh, I am. And soon your company and your life will both come crumbling down around you.
But you can't do all of this. Please, you have to forgive me. I'm begging you here.
And I am telling you that it's way too late for any of this. You hit me in the face and sent me to the hospital. I'm here getting looked at right now, in fact.
But I didn't even hit you that hard. Surely you're just over-exaggerating.
We'll see who's over-exaggerating in court now, won't we? But I'm sure any jury is just so eager to pardon a man who punched a lady in the face. You're through, you pathetic pig. Even Xavier tried coming to me to apologize and said that he never wanted to talk to you again.
Wait, why would he say something like that? Doesn't he know I was just trying to protect the family?
To him, you were doing nothing but finding excuses for your own violent behavior.
But then I'll have nothing. No business, no money, no family. What am I supposed to do?
You did this to yourself, Bob. You hit me in the face to try and prove a point, but you were never going to get away with this. Even if I wasn't rich, thanks to my dad, you're still not above the law, and you can't just assault people for being poor.
But that doesn't mean you have to sue me. I learned my lesson, and it'll never, ever, ever happen again. Isn't that enough for you?
I'm afraid it won't be enough until I see everything that made you into the person who thought you could treat other people like that, stripped away from you. You need to remember what it's like to be one of the common people, and I will see that that happens. See you in court, Bob. In the end, Andrea's father only needed to make a couple of phone calls and the fate of Bob's company was sealed. It had declared bankruptcy within the week with no chance of recovery. Bob was left by his wife and Xavier was still refusing to talk to him. When Bob had his day in court, he had it all alone. After the trial was done, my dad swooped in and bought Bob's defunct business, breathing new life into it and saving it from closing down. My dad installed himself as the head of the company as his own way of getting back at Bob. Although it's fair to say that Bob brought all of this upon himself and has no one to blame but himself. Hey, old man. You were acting all tough earlier today when giving me those instructions, right? I think you'd better think twice next time before doing that.
Excuse me? What are you talking about?
I think you know who I'm the daughter of, right? If you keep something like that up with me, then you'll never have a chance of moving up here.
Moving up? I know that you're the daughter of Mr. Sanchez, but I had heard from your manager that your attitude is something that needs to be adjusted. And so I was around today to see how things were going with you and to give you some help.
That right there. I'm telling you that the way you're talking to me is not okay. I'm not the kind of person you're allowed to boss around like that. I am the daughter of this department's director. Please look at the position you're in and think if it's really okay for you to talk to me that way.
Are you sure that you're not the one that should be looking at the position you're in and getting a better understanding of it?
Excuse me?
Everyone here knows that the only reason you were hired into this company is because of the connection you have. But I'd like you to stop thinking that gives you any power over me. You are just another new hire to the rest of us. You should be thanking me for taking the time to give you some pointers today on becoming a better employee. Being as blunt as you are with all your coworkers and management is not acceptable here.
Do you even know who my father is?
I told you I do. How many more times are you gonna ask me that? I don't think there's any reason for you to ask me that though. And did you not understand the meaning of the message I just sent you a second ago? Right now, you are acting in a way that your father, Mr. Sanchez, is not happy with. At this moment, there are plenty of people here that are upset with your father because of you.
They're not upset with him. They're all afraid of him, and so they won't do a thing about me being his daughter. I'm really not sure why you keep acting like you know better than me here, but I'll have my father come and tear you a new one.
I'll have him do that with you.
Huh? Why would he do that to me?
If he learned about the way his daughter acts while being here, he'd be disappointed. He's a very serious and diligent man.
I have no idea what you're wanting to say here, but old man, think about the position you're in for me, please. If you act out any more with me, then I'm going to make you regret ever working for this company in the first place.
I wonder if you could really do that. For the time being, Faye, I would like you to continue your work here with a more acceptable attitude, please. I am allowed to ask this from you, and I don't want to have to ask you again. So make sure to change the way you're acting here, or else things will not go so well for you. I think you can understand what I'm asking here, right?
I have not a single clue what you're asking me. I don't even have the time right now to talk with you, old man.
You were the one that began texting me, hence my reply to you and your attitude. I, myself, am a very busy man and have things to return to, so I'll be going.
Tomorrow, you'd better act like a well-trained dog, old man.
I'm only 40 years old, Faye.
Well, compared to me, you're old as a rock. Please think about what I've said to you today. If you don't, you'll have to bring some lube to work with you before getting talked to by him.
Perhaps it'll be you that'll have to have a talk with your father. I think that would be much more beneficial to the company.
Idiot! Was that coffee pretty delicious?
You really went and spilled coffee on me now, huh? What exactly made you think something like that was a good idea?
Do you know who my father is?
You're a rude one. You already asked me that question twice yesterday, and here you come again with it.
My father is the director of this department. I have more power than you do because of that. So do you think you can stop trying to talk to me like you have been all the time, old man? I had to spill that coffee on you today because you wouldn't stop complaining about me.
I'm going to have to teach you directly then that you have no power here, and not even your dad, being the director, will save you.
What are you talking about? Have you gone insane now, Grandpa? I was going to tell my father about how you acted towards me today and have him chew you out. But then I decided spilling coffee on you would be more effective, and man, was it funny watching you react to that. I think I'll forgive you now. But don't you ever come up to me saying weird things again.
Was the weird thing I said to you today me giving you some instructions?
That's right. What is it with you and thinking you can tell me what to do? You are not the kind of person that's allowed to talk to the director's daughter that way. You should be thankful that I was willing to forgive you after I spilled my coffee on your head.
What do you think you are doing to this company's CEO?
Huh? The CEO?
This is your father speaking with you right now.
Huh? Dad?
You come down to my office right now, you idiot.
Hold up, Dad? Why are you upset with me? What's this about the CEO?
I just had a word with your dad, and I believe he wants you to come down and speak with us.
My dad was super pissed at me, but I had no clue about you, and so all of this was bound to happen.
I'm done with you, Faye. After how hard your father went into you over how you've been treating me, you still don't understand the seriousness of the situation? You seemed pretty full of yourself when in his office. Are you going to listen to what he told you, or not?
But I was thinking you were just some old man that's useless to the company. However, you're saying you've been the CEO this whole time? Are you sure you're not a fraud or something?
A fraud? Stop trying to be funny, Faye. It's because of what you've done today that your father had to get on his hands and knees and apologize to me.
Huh? Why did my dad do that? I told you guys that I just didn't know. Just assumed you were an old man on his way out of here.
You not even knowing who your own CEO is definitely something I should have expected from you.
But everyone else never spoke to you like you're the CEO of this company. So that means you're just a fraud, right?
Can you please stop with the fraud talk, please? Is that the only response you have to me now?
Well, it's the truth, though, right? Everyone just calls you Craig, so I assumed you were nothing more than a base-level employee.
And that's because I don't like being called anything besides my first name.
You really don't want people calling you Mr. Turner or Sir? Why not? Would you give up on trying to cover up the fact that you're in fact a fraud?
I would rather just have everyone call me Greg. I enjoy running a company where everyone can feel close to one another and don't have to feel distant when coming to talk with me.
And it's that kind of stupid idea that made me think you were nothing more than an old man. If I'd actually known that you were the CEO of this place, then I would have never did what had to be done to you.
What are you talking about, Faye? Whether I'm the CEO or not, you pouring coffee on someone above you is not acceptable. Actually, pouring it onto anyone is unacceptable. I've seriously had enough of you here. Do I really have to tell you that for you to understand? That is supposed to be common sense to everyone as an adult.
I really do not know what the hell you keep going on about. Can you explain all of that to me again in a language that I can actually understand?
Is that what you want? I totally overlooked you being the type of person that needs everything explained to you in a childish manner for you to understand it. Let me tell you that just because you're here because of your connection to your father, that does not mean you get any sort of special treatment. And you never seemed to understand that, did you? You seem to have thought that you could do whatever you want because you're the department director's daughter. But that's not the case. And I, the CEO, shouldn't have to be telling you something as basic as that either. All you've shown to me today is that you don't have an ounce of common sense in that head of yours.
Well, you can say all you want, but I'm still young.
Everyone else that was hired in with you is your age. The age of the people that are hired is not the problem here. But really, I never expected the day to come that one of my very exceptional employees would have to come apologize to me the way your father did.
Making my dad apologize to you like that is screwed up, by the way. Are you Satan or something? Why would you do that to my poor dad?
I totally forgot. You need things explained to you like you're a baby. You did something very bad today, and your daddy had to say sorry because you don't care about him. Does that help?
Huh?
It's because of you that your father had to come and apologize like that to me. I've even explained that to you in your language now, yet you're acting like you still don't understand?
It's my fault that my dad had to do that?
So that means you still don't understand what you did to me? I cannot believe there are people your age that act like you are. You spilled coffee onto the CEO of this company on purpose. Don't you think your father getting all up in arms like that with you was justified?
Well, I guess that was a little too far now that I think about it. But it wasn't like the coffee was that hot, right? If you don't have any injuries, then is there really a point for getting upset with me?
I think we were more surprised at what you've done to me than anything else. You're fired, Faye. I can't deal with your crap anymore.
Huh? I'm the one being fired? Why me? You're wrongfully firing me. What is wrong with you, old man? You can't fire me without a good reason.
Oh, come on. Say please. I really don't want to have to sit here all day explaining obvious things to you. Did you seriously not see anything wrong with pouring coffee on me like you did today? I am not going to allow someone as ridiculous as you to continue working for me. I'm tired of you acting like an idiot, but I also don't want to watch your father have to apologize for your actions again.
Do you really think I'm the one that did that to my dad? I didn't do anything to cause him to become embarrassed by me.
I'm going to need to call my doctor tonight. Need a refill on my prescription because of how terrible of a headache you've given me. I'm sorry, Faye, but you literally spilled coffee not only on your boss, but your father's boss as well. And you did it on purpose. What makes all of that even worse, though, is that the coffee ruined my new suit that I had imported from Italy. All of that right there should be more than enough to get you to come apologize to me. Yet, for some reason, you have no desire to do so yet. That right there shows me enough.
I do want to apologize. Sorry.
I had to tell you to apologize to me for you to do that.
But I apologized, right? So we can be done with all this now. Can't you see that I've learned whatever lesson you wanted to teach me and I can go back to work now?
Faye, I wish there was a hotline I could call to help you get the help you need. But there isn't. So the best thing I could do for me and everyone else here is fire you.
Huh? If you do that, my dad's going to be pissed at you next. You don't even have the right to fire me, even though you're the CEO. Oh, I could start going around saying that you overworked me and some other things to make you get fired.
I'm sorry, but you haven't been here long enough. Only a few weeks, and that's not enough to make such a claim. And since there was a reason to fire you in such a short time frame, it will be understood that what you did was very unacceptable within my company, and then that claim of yours will go right in the trash. I think trying that would be a huge waste of your time, but do whatever makes you happy.
What? So then I'm really being fired right now? Is my dad okay with you doing that to me? No way, right?
Well, if it makes it any better, your dad said he'd agree with me firing himself as well as you.
Huh? My dad said that?
He felt responsible for what you done, but I'm not going to fire him. He is one of my best employees, and losing him because of his mentally handicapped daughter's actions wouldn't be fair. So I think your dad is totally alright with me firing you. So go and grab all of your things off your desk and leave my building. Just a bit ago, when you met with your father and I, you didn't even bother saying and apologizing to me then. So I'm afraid you don't have anything to say to me directly now either, nor will you listen to me.
Hold on, please. I wanted to apologize to you then, but I just assumed then wasn't the best time since my dad was so angry. I was just going to wait for a better time.
Well, this is the result of you misreading the atmosphere. Ugh, good luck at whatever company hires you next. But it won't be any company in this part of town, I'm afraid. I'll make sure to explain what happened with us that led to your very early termination. I think finding a job around here after this is going to be difficult for you.
Huh? Wait, if you start going around and telling other companies about me, I'll be screwed. And now my dad's starting to tell me to leave the office and go away. He doesn't even want me going back to my parents' house now. If all of this is for real, then I'll be royally screwed, Craig.
Not my problem. I have a headache now, so I'm not going to think much about your future. The best I can say for you to do now is to go back to elementary school and start over again. Now, I need to get going to the pharmacy to grab more meds for my blood pressure. Can you hurry up and get lost already?
So you're going to be just like my dad? How am I supposed to go back to elementary school at my age?
Jesus. That was a joke, Faye. I swear, the actual thing you need to do is go book yourself into the nearest mental clinic and have them do a psychiatric exam on you. But that's up to you. There's nothing left I can do with you now, and thank God for that. Now, thank you for your 2.5 weeks here.
You're just going to leave me?
And I'm pulling the cost of my new imported suit from your next paycheck. I mean, your only paycheck.
Huh? Are you kidding me?
It's either that, or you pay me right now for the suit. At least be happy that you'll still be getting $100 or so from me.
Wait a minute. Please think about all of this.
My head hurts too much to think. Bye. There's a clinic down the street you can walk to that takes people without appointment, so go there.
In the end, Faye was fired from her job and thrown out of the office building. And not even her dad said anything else to her, instead choosing to completely forget about her as his daughter. He and his wife then cut ties with her and told her to never enter their house again. And as Craig had said to Faye, there would be little chance of a company near his office being open to hiring her, and so she was forced into a tough situation which her life teetered on. The following day, she came back to the office when Craig was walking into work and tried to apologize and ask for another chance. But he lashed out on her hard and forced her to pay for his ruined suit right then and there with whatever she had on her. And once she had emptied her purse of pretty much any money she had, he had security come escort her outside the office complex, and that was the last time she was ever seen by anyone. I'm sure that some of this had to do with her being spoiled at birth, but there is also the fact that she really did seem to have something wrong with her. Everyone at the office, including Craig even, hopes that wherever she is now, she's getting the help she needs.
Hey, you low-life loser. I heard you've gotten married, LOL. I'm so surprised that there's actually someone on this planet that's willing to marry a woman like you, LOL. Don't tell me that this is going to be some kind of fraudulent marriage, right? Eleanor, it's been a long time. What's with you coming out of nowhere to say these things to me? I'm sure you've heard from someone that I've gotten married, but I'm not sure who'd tell you that. Is there really a reason for you to be making fun of me already? I have every right to be making fun of a worthless person like you. Did you forget about the days we spent together back in high school? You were so poor that you couldn't even come with the rest of us on our senior graduation trip, LOL. And it's because of the way you always messed with me and picked on me in high school that I've had to live with such awful memories of those times. But we're both now in our 30s, right? Is there really a need for you to still be picking on me at our age? When I'd heard that you'd gotten married, I thought it'd be a good idea to give you a text. Well, thank you for going out of your way to contact me. Now, I have to get going. Who the hell did you end up marrying? I don't think that has anything to do with you. It doesn't, Jane, but I want to know. Do you mind answering me? If you're choosing not to tell me, then I'll just assume that all this talk about you getting married is fraudulent. I married a fisherman. Huh? The reason I don't want to tell you more is because this is his information to tell, not mine. So I really don't see myself telling you any more than that. A fisherman? What the? LOL. You both really are made for each other, LOL. Neither of you will have any money. Huh? What makes you have that idea of him? Well, I went to a really high-end university, LOL. I have every right to say that marrying a fisherman like him is the most uncool thing imaginable, lol. Well, I'm sorry about that. I turned out to be the wife of a banker. Well, I'm glad that you were able to find a man with such a job to take care of you. But when you say a banker, what bank is he in charge of? He might own one of the banks that my husband works with. Are you kidding me? LOL. What makes you think a fisherman would ever work with a bank that my husband runs? Well, when we've talked about his work, he says he has accounts with all kinds of banks in the area. I think managing 30 or so. So I'm sure that my husband would know your husband's bank. It's not that big of a city anyways, and so there's a definite chance that he's at least heard of your husband's bank. Your husband's a fisherman, right? I can already tell that you're just full of crap now that you've lost at the game of life, lol. You married a man that only has $30 in his accounts, lol. Huh? I never said $30, did I? A banker's wife and a fisherman's wife. Which do you think is better? By now you should realize that you could only speak to me when I ask a question from you. What do you mean better? I don't think you should be thinking of us like that. Well, I've always known that ever since I first met you, you'd be garbage. But it seems as an adult, you've only managed to become a bigger piece of garbage, lol. All right, say whatever you'd like. But if you plan to keep talking about me like that, can you just stop talking to me? This weekend there's going to be a class reunion. Do you plan on coming? You probably can't come, lol. You won't be able to pay the entrance fee, will you, lol. I'm planning on going, though. Really? lol. Even though you've married a moneyless fisherman, do you really think you'll be able to get in? I think you're better off trying to save any money you can since you don't have much, lol. You're worrying about me way too much, but thank you anyway. I plan on going to that reunion, but while we're there, you don't have to force yourself to come talk to me. Now, I really have to get going. I don't think I should go to this weekend's reunion.
Huh? Why not?
Well, I just got some really disturbing messages from a really disturbed classmate of mine. And now I don't really want to see her face again.
A disturbing message from a disturbing classmate? You seem to really hate whoever this is.
Well, yeah, I actually do. Ever since high school, I've hated being around her. And since then, I've enjoyed not really having to think about her. And no, she thinks she's some big shot because she's married to a banker. And now she thinks it's okay to look down on me because I have no money and am married to you.
It's rare that I see you talk about someone in this way.
I think so as well. But when it comes to people I hate, I have to say she's the only one that comes to mind. I'm sorry for coming at you about her out of nowhere. You don't have anything to do with any of this, so just forget about what I said.
Well, now that you mention it, one of the bankers that I work with's wife happened to go to the same high school as you, I think.
Really?
Well, a while back we had talked about it, and I'd assumed I'd find out this weekend if his wife really did go to school with you. But now that you brought this up, I think it's true. Back when he and I talked, we didn't go into much detail though.
I see. Do you mind telling me the name of that banker later on? I have some things I'd like to talk with him about. If you can't even pay to get in, you should go home, lol. Don't think you can just get away with doing something like this. With doing what, lol? I had to do this to someone as low as you. And when you just waltz into this reunion without a care in the world, I had no choice. Have your eyes been opened after being kicked in the butt? Do you think you can get away with anything because you're a banker's wife? You tried to get everyone to laugh with you and understand you after kicking me in the back and having me fall down those stairs. Do you really think that normal people act like that? You couldn't even pay to be here today, so you should just leave, LOL. This isn't the kind of place where a poor person can just stand around. Everyone started to leave when they saw you come in. No, I don't think I was the reason for everyone starting to walk out. I'm sure they didn't want to stick around any longer with someone that kicks another person down and begins to laugh about it. Can you leave now, you lowlife? You're thinking that I'm some poor woman is going to cause you a lot of regret here soon. Why's that, LOL? Aren't you just going to run home crying to that stinky fisherman? That's right. That's exactly what I plan to do. Look at me. I have a husband who runs a bank, LOL. There's nothing that moneyless husband of yours is going to be able to do to me. Are you still unaware that my husband and I are part of this city's elite? Are you saying that it's okay for this city's elite to kick other people that they don't like down the stairs? Well, that is what I'm saying, LOL. And since you still haven't even paid to be here, I want you gone. It's not like you would even be able to pay for the entrance fee now, right? You're married to a fisherman with only $30 to his name, LOL. Honestly, you don't even have the money to be complaining to me about being kicked, LOL. All that money he has there, he'll have it moved somewhere else. $30? Do whatever you guys would like with that chump change, LOL. And that's what we'll do. I'm going to head home now, and there I'll talk with my husband about our next steps. I'm just letting you know that all the money we have saved there is going to be pulled out. Go right ahead, LOL. That'll have nothing to do with me, LOL. It's hilarious that you even think that doing something like that would be a threat to me, LOL. Hilarious? I think it'll only end up being hilarious for myself. I'll be laughing all day and night over what'll happen next with your selfish butt. Huh? You guys only have $30 for crying out loud, LOL. When did I ever say that my husband only has $30? He has over $300 million, and a lot of it is in your husband's bank. Huh? My husband is the kind of fisherman that owns a fleet of large fishing ships. What do you mean? I think you have the idea that fishermen are all poor by default, right? Well, I'm sure to someone without a bit of intelligence like you would think so. But in reality, there are fishermen that have very large amounts of money when it comes to their profession. And when it comes to my husband's company, it is very well known by all sorts of other fishing companies as a powerhouse. So that should help you understand him a little better now, right? Huh? So he's really bringing in millions of dollars for you guys? There's just no way. Is there actually a fisherman with that kind of money? I didn't even think that fisherman made enough money to save up. He should be moneyless, right? Well, I'm explaining to you right now that you're wrong. Fishermen can bring in huge amounts of money depending on what they do, and some can make millions if they begin to run their own company. It's strange that you never knew about this considering your husband's bank works with a lot of different fisheries. Don't tell me you never actually knew any of that. Huh? There are that many that have money with him? And my husband happens to be the one putting most of the money into your husband's bank. What? Huh? What do you mean, Jane? When someone ends up having that amount of money sitting in the bank's accounts, it's probably kept a secret, huh? I'm sure you could have never expected something like this, but my husband really is a huge customer of your husband. What? How can that be? I told you that this is a small city. Well, my husband now knows about what's happened here, and he's very much pissed. He's even started to think of having you taken to court over this. Huh? Take me to court? What are you talking about? You do remember kicking me in the butt and having me fall down a flight of stairs, right? But that doesn't mean you can just take me to court. That'll cost a lot of money, so you need to stop saying things like that. Well, I'm sorry, but I have money. You're just upset that you were wrong about me being poor. But in the past, you really were poor. That was the past, and we're not in the past anymore. When my husband has to pull all of that money out of your husband's bank, I'm sure he'd like to know the reason why. And we'll make sure he knows about everything. And when that happens, I wonder what could happen with your husband. He might lose the rights to his bank. Hold on, Jane. What do you mean by that? Are you saying that because of me, my husband is going to lose everything he's worked so hard for? That's exactly what I'm saying. He'll learn that because of his mistake in marrying a disgusting woman, her horrible choices will ruin his career. What the hell? You don't have to do this. If something like that happens to him, we'll be in huge trouble. Can you stop talking about that stuff now? I don't like the way you're threatening me. I'm not threatening you with anything. I'm just telling you what'll happen soon. And it seems that the woman that once made fun of fishermen is going to learn firsthand what they can do. Are you going to be a good girl and take the blame for this? Because you should know dang well by now that your bias against my husband was very wrong. I still can't believe this. I thought that all fishermen were poor. But now I'm hearing that your husband has been a customer of my husband. Can something like that really happen? Well, it's been happening, LOL. I'm sure this is too much for you to handle after all the terrible things you said about my husband and I. But I'm sure you understand the reality of your situation now, right? Goodbye now, you selfish jerk. LOL. I'd like for you to experience some pain now. Please answer your phone. I'm in a serious pinch now. I want you to do something about this. Please help me. Help you? Why would I do something like that? Because it looks like I'm going to have to get a divorce soon, and this was all your fault to begin with. Are you okay with me having to pay for your mistake? What are you going on about, LOL? There's no way any of this is my fault. You have to take responsibility for all you did and understand that getting a divorce is the only option your husband has. You're wrong! Because you told your husband about all of this, my husband ended up finding out as well. He then told me that I've caused some major issues for him at the bank and that he needs to get rid of me. Oh, is that so? Well, this is what you asked for, right? There's no way in hell I asked for this! What did I ever do to deserve this? You looked at me now the same way you looked at me back in high school. And because of that, you went out of your way to kick me down a flight of stairs at the high school reunion. That's all you happened to do, LOL. You can't talk to me like that. I am leagues above you now that I've been married to my husband, and I don't want to lose all of this now because of some loser. But what you ended up doing to me is no small matter, right? I'm pretty shocked that after all of this, you still haven't even given me a simple sorry. Sorry? You want me to say sorry to you? I have no reason to ever do that now. An elite like me saying sorry to a poor loser like you is ridiculous. I see. Then you can go ahead and continue with the path you've chosen for yourself. It's all a delusion of yours anyway, but who am I to care? A delusion? What do you mean? You said that I can't do anything to you because you're married to a banker. But what happens when you're no longer with him? You'd better hurry up and find yourself another banker so that you can stay safe. Okay, wait. I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. Right now, I'm actually crying really hard while trying to text you. So you should be willing to forgive me now, right? Is that what you think's going to happen now? Listen to me, Jane, please. Seems more like you're ordering me to forgive you. I guess even something as serious as what happened yesterday won't change the disgrace of a woman that you really are. Well, luckily, I'm still very much upset with you over what you did to me in high school, so I'm going to enjoy watching what happens to you next. LOL. Huh? What? You picked on me for years, all the way until we graduated from high school, so there's nothing better than watching you get what you deserve. Well, I'm sure things from here on out are going to be pretty rough for you, but do your best. If this continues, I'm going to lose my husband and all my money. I can't let people think that I'm poor. Then maybe it's time you go somewhere where nobody will ever see you again. Goodbye forever, you moneyless dog. LOL. And during the next class reunion, I don't think you'll be able to pay the entrance fee. So don't bother coming, okay? LOL. After that, Eleanor's husband was no longer happy with what she had done as his wife, and so they got divorced. With the divorce, Jane and Joe were now willing to leave a little money in the bank, but still moved half of it as a lesson to anyone who doubted them. This still led to Eleanor's now ex-husband having lots of troubles within his bank. And so, to compensate for his losses, he took Eleanor to court where she was sued for ruining his bank's image. Not only did she end up losing her husband and the money he had for her, but now she faces losing everything else she has to her ex. Eleanor will most definitely have a rough life ahead of her and might as well give up at this point. But this is what she deserves for treating another person horribly, and she should learn from it as best she can. Our condolences to Eleanor.